Hello. Today's story is called The Clockwork Boy. There's a king and a queen in it, and a princess. The princess is called Lisa. Are you ready? Lisa, Lisa, called the queen. Where are you, dear? Lisa was in the garden as usual, eating cakes and cream buns. I do wish you would play with other children instead of eating all day long, complained the queen. The princess swallowed the last of the chocolate eclairs. I'm a princess, she declared haughtily. I'm not playing with ordinary children. But, darling, other children are just like you, said the queen. I'm a princess and they are ordinary, snapped Lisa, and took a large bite of fruit cake. The queen turned away. She needs somebody to play with. Eating all day long is making her rather plump. Because the princess had no one to play with, she ate. And the more she ate, the fatter she became. She needs exercise, said the king. He had an idea. He bought her a little dog to play with. The princess was delighted. She gave the dog cream buns, cake, and chocolate. The dog got fatter and fatter too. She'll burst. One day she'll burst, sobbed the queen. If she won't play with ordinary children, perhaps she will play with a clockwork boy, said the king, and sent for the royal clockmaker. I want you to make a life-size clockwork boy for the princess to play with, the king instructed him. The clockmaker went back to his shop and set to work. He worked all day and all night, but without success. He tried all kinds of devices and springs, but no matter what he did, he could not make a clockwork boy that would work. The king became impatient. I want a clockwork boy within 2 days, he thundered, or you will lose your head. The clockmaker went back to his workshop and sat at his bench with his head in his hands. The door suddenly opened. What's up, Dad? Asked Lee. Aren't you coming to have your supper? The clockmaker sat up and told him the whole story. I have to make a clockwork boy for the princess to play with, or the king will cut off my head. Where is it? Said Lee. Can I have a go with it? That's the trouble, said the clockmaker. I haven't made it. It's impossible. When he heard this, Lee's face fell. Then he brightened. Nothing's impossible, Dad. Let's get to work. 2 days later, the clockmaker brought a large box before the royal family. He lifted the lid, and there was a life-sized clockwork boy. It's wonderful, exclaimed the princess. How does it work? Just wind the key, said the clockmaker, and gave the key several turns. The boy sat up, stepped out of the box and danced. The princess eagerly grabbed his hand and took him out to play. The king and queen were overjoyed. "Here, take this," said the king, handing the clockmaker a bag of gold. "Just one thing," said the clockmaker. "If the boy runs all day, his spring will be ruined. The princess can only play with him in the mornings. In the afternoons, I will take him home and oil him." It was agreed. Each morning, the princess and the clockwork boy had great fun playing together. Princess Lisa forgot all about eating, and each day became thinner and more beautiful. Everyone was happy. The king and queen were happy because the princess was no longer fat. The princess was happy because she had someone to play with. The clockmaker was happy because the king gave him lots of money. The clockwork boy and the princess became great friends. Even when she caught the measles, he sat by her bed and amused her. Then, one grey morning, the clockwork boy never appeared. The princess waited impatiently. Still, the clockwork boy never came to play. Lisa was most upset. She searched the palace. Then she ran to the clockmaker's shop and banged on the door. "Where's my clockwork boy?" she demanded. It's broken its spring," stuttered the clockmaker, holding the door so that she couldn't get in. It will soon be better. Mended." The princess walked back to the palace and played by herself. But she missed the clockwork boy and was very lonely. She hurried back to the clockmaker's shop and peered through all the windows. She expected to see the clockmaker at his bench, repairing the boy. But he was nowhere to be seen. The boy's clothes were on the chair, but there was no sign of the clockwork boy himself. The princess burst into the shop and confronted the shop clockmaker. "Where is he?" "He's broken, isn't he? And you can't repair him. And Sniff, you've thrown him in the dustbin," she sobbed. The clockmaker put a kind arm round her shoulder. "Come with me," he said, and led her to the bedroom where a boy was lying in bed. He was very pale and covered with spots. For a moment, the princess was bewildered. "You," she said. "You are the clockwork boy. You're not broken. You're a real boy and you've got the measles." "That's it," grinned Lee. "Sorry I couldn't come to play. I suppose you won't want to see me ever again after I pretended to be Clockwork." The princess knelt beside the bed. "It doesn't matter," she whispered. "You're my friend. So it doesn't matter whether you're Clockwork. And it doesn't matter if you're ordinary. You're a real friend." So Lisa found a real friend to play with. Someone much better than a clockwork boy. I hope you like the story. And I look forward to reading you another story some other time. See you soon. Goodbye.